everyone!
Hi, welcome to the market vlog.
Granny by Nature Crochet. My name is Maddie. This is my mom, Janet.
Oh, hi.
And I actually remembered what our name is today. Our channel name.
Granny by Nature Crochet.
Isn't that fun?
Right.
So we are on the way.
Sure it's not Crochet by Granny?
It is in our hearts.
Okay.
We are on the way to another event today. This one is like a dog adoption in the park day, which is so, I love it.
There's going to be 4 shelters there representing. There's going to be 40 vendors.
Yeah, I did not know that this one was going to be as big as it was.
How many other crochet vendors? Bless you.
Oh,
we have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be other crocheters, which is fine.
We don't care.
Community. I think it's refined vibes. I heard her say one time, like, community over competition, and I love that. So
we have always gone by the credo, there's room at the table for everyone.
yeah, so I'm excited. The only thing we're nervous about is the weather.
Yeah, it's very overcast right now.
You guys can see it is like cloudy out. There's like a chance of thunderstorms.
Yeah, like soon.
Yeah. There might be a situation where it's raining during setup, but by the time it starts, we're good to go.
I really don't want to be struck by lightning as I'm hoisting up the mainsail of the tent.
Yeah, I don't want to get struck by lightning either, so hopefully that is not an issue today. But we're excited. We had a good time last weekend. We're hoping to have another good time this weekend. And
then it's make for 3 weeks.
Yeah, because we have 2 humongous shows coming up.
Hugies.
So, my hair looks so red today.
It does. What'd you do to it?
Nothing. Just my usual. I think it's just the lighting, but anyway.
Why is this person doing
red
20
undertones.
miles an hour?
I think because they just turned on.
This is 55 here.
But we're about to be there in a second. This is a very, very close to home sitch. Actually,
yes,
I live
closer to your home.
I live closer to this park than you do, but I had to go to your house
I know.
to help pack everything up, and then
I mean, you only live like
yeah, it's not
4
far
or
at all.
5 miles from me anyway.
It's really not a big deal, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
I think my dad and brother are stopping by later.
I hope so.
Weather dependent. I don't think my husband's coming by today.
I hope he's bringing me medicine because I have a bit of Sean's cold.
Oh no. Yeah.
And my nose is kind of pouring out a little bit. And being the good mother that I always am.
Great mother.
Oh, thank you. I gave him all of my decongestant, my pseudoephedrine. Mm-hmm. And now I have none.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's going to come by with some meds for you.
I hope so.
Also today, this is our first, no it's not. I was going to say this is our first like outdoor for real event, but it's not.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Well, it's the first one that we had to bring the tent.
No,
it's not.
It's not. Because we had the one back in March.
Right, at the dog shelter.
Which feels like so long ago.
And that dog shelter that we evented at is actually going to be at this one.
Yeah, they're going to be here today, so that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we have the tent, we got the chairs, the weights,
Sidewalls.
sidewalls.
Doing the ice cream shop there?
They're working on it, yeah. I know, it would have been open by now, but they're like working on stuff.
So are you salivating, waiting for the vegan ice cream to come out?
I look over every day when I drive by to see the progress, because there's this ice cream stand in our town, and Sean and I...
We're like the only vegans in the village. So
Sean and I have gotten spoiled because we went there a few times last summer, and now it's like a thing and we're waiting for it, but... It's really good because, first of all, the ice cream's really good, but they have non-dairy, like multiple non-dairy options, which is so rare in like a small town. Yeah. So we're just like salivating, waiting for it to open.
Yes.
But hopefully soon.
Here's your high school.
Yeah, this is where I went to high school and middle school. Wow, oh my God.
We'll see you in November for your craft fair.
Well, hopefully. If we get in. It's very competitive.
It is very competitive. I can't imagine that they won't let us in.
Well, as long as we're there in time.
Oh, do I see a couple raindrops?
Stop. Our strategy here is, this is not something we would normally do, but our strategy is when we get there, get our spot, and immediately set up our tent before we take anything else out of the car. Hopefully they'll let us do that.
The rules are usually dump and go.
But it's special circumstances today, so I'm hoping they're going to be a little bit more lenient with that.
I hope so.
Because if we could get everything under the tent before any rain shows up, that would be great.
Also fairly early.
Yeah. The setup time was, it started at 10. It's 10:06 right now.
We're 5 minutes away.
The event doesn't start until 12, so it's a little bit of a longer setup, which is good. But anyway, we're about to be there in a minute, so we'll check in a bit.
Yes. All right, we're at the market, and guess what? There's no music.
I think there's gonna be later.
Well, there's not right now.
It's 11:33 right now. Yes, it's 11:33.
We just finished setting up, and the start time is at noon. And let's just take a look.
I like how it came out.
I think it came out really nice. It's different every single time.
Yeah, it is.
We tried something a little bit different this time. We usually have the 2 buckets on either side of the risers, and we put the keychains over there, and then on the side table we put the 2 buckets with the shrimp in between. You know what? I don't think we need the 4th bucket.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hello.
You're totally backlit.
Oh, well, let me film you. It's probably also backlit. Whatevs. What's going on?
It's hot.
It is hot, but no rain so far. It is.
It was so windy, we were both holding the tent down, even with 20 pounds on each leg.
It was scary, but it's 3:26 now. Technically, there's an hour and a half left in the event. A lot of people are already packing up, but it's been a fun day, though.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've made some good sales.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that.
Yep. She's gonna get her car.
We're back.
I'm back.
We saw so many cute pups today for adoption and also just visiting.
There was a little tripod.
Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah, see, it's windy.
Yeah. You were like about to get a dog.
I could get anything I want, but like I gotta pass it by Daddy Mark.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's into it.
Yeah. So many cute babies.
But I know for a fact that that dog's probably gonna get adopted anyway, like today.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I'm just so glad that it all worked out.
Yeah, the best part of it is we're only 5 minutes away.
Yeah, we're very close to home.
Yeah.
My niece has been chilling with us for much of the day, which has been fun.
This is my message.
Yeah. So we'll be back.
Oh, hi. This is the video I'm sure everybody's been waiting for.
What?
The market wrap up.
Oh, yeah.
What are we filming today?
I don't know. Welcome, everyone. It is Tuesday today. It's Tuesday today. Whenever you do that, I'm thinking of like a gross person like being grabby. That's what I think of when I see that.
You mean like honk honk? Oh, sorry.
Or like a kid who's like, gimme, 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 gimme. But anyway.
Alright, well, I guess you just killed that.
Sorry. You can still do it if you want.
Yeah,
but,
it's fine.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
We are a few days removed from our last market event.
Thank God.
A hater over here.
You'll see.
Alright, well,
I'm not holding back today.
Oh, no. Well, don't go too crazy.
No, I'm
it's
not
not like we had a disaster of an event.
No, I know. I know.
Honestly, we are some of the luckiest people
Are we?
in the world because that weather forecast was looking
yeah.
bleak leading up to this event. And then it rained not a drop.
2 syllables.
While we were out.
Bleak.
Yeah, so that was wild. I could not believe myself.
It was pretty windy, however.
It was windy, but leading up to it, I was doing one of those things where I was like, if it doesn't rain today, I will blank. But I didn't think of anything to bargain for.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was pretty wild. But you know when you get in those mindsets where you're like, I promise if this happens, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
So it was like at that point of desperation with the weather, but we got so lucky that it was not only not raining, but it was sunny.
Yes.
It was like nice out. A little bit warm, but nice. And
it was kind of warm.
Yeah, and windy. I will say it was
The sun
windy.
was very strong also.
Yeah, the wind was
It was whipping. It
Yeah.
was whipping. A lot of people lost their tents.
There were a few tents that went flying. Our tent, while we do have like 20 pounds on each leg, I think we could still use a little bit more.
On a day like that.
For a day like that. Just a regular day, it's fine. But a day like that, I was getting nervous because I could see like the joints on the tent were like
bending.
They were really
straining.
They were straining. They were going through their paces, whatever. So I was a little bit nervous about that. I was like, oh my god, is our tent about to break? There were quite a few times. I think the whole second half of the market, basically.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We were holding on.
Well, we
to
also
the tent
had
for
the
dear
back
life.
wall on, which I feel like made it worse.
Yeah, probably didn't help, but we did need that because the sun was starting to come in the back.
Right, and it was burning.
Yeah. Let's see. What else can I?
It was a hunk of burning love.
Yeah. What else do I want to say? So when we got there, we didn't know where we were gonna be until we got there, which is fine.
Yeah.
But we ended up being like right at
the first spot, the entrance.
Yeah, which was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there just wasn't a ton of foot traffic in general.
Right.
This is the first time, to my knowledge, that they were doing this event. And I just feel like a lot of people didn't know about it. Like, most of the people that were coming through were just going for their baseball or their softball game. And
a lot of people came up to us and said,
"What's this?
What is this? I haven't heard anything about this. This wasn't advertised."
Yeah, and I live in the town where this event was being held. I don't think I saw, like, any signs for it or anything like that.
No.
So I feel like it wasn't really advertised other than, like,
Failure.
Facebook. But, like, a lot of people aren't on Facebook anymore. I'm personally not on Facebook anymore. So, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people that were just walking through and not looking to buy anything.
I think the most traffic went to the food trucks.
Yeah, I think the food trucks probably did pretty well.
Because it was at a Little League, like, park.
This is a great park, by the way.
You grew up here, you know, going to play
This was not my
Little League
home
games.
park,
Right.
but I played, because we lived a town over, but I played a lot of Little League games at that park.
Right.
And it was fun.
Because that town was in our league.
Right.
Yeah. So there was a lot of games going on, so you would think that there would be a lot of shoppers, but a lot of kids, after their game, they just went to go get some ice cream, or they went to go get a taco or a hamburger, and then they went home.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
This was also an adoption event.
I know. Oh my god, this was the highlight of the event.
Yeah.
All the doggies prancing around. They were so cute.
They had 4 separate local shelters.
Yes.
And they had the cream of the crop.
Oh my god, they
on
had
parade.
such cuties, and we got to pet a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And hear their stories, and I wish I could have taken all of them home.
Same.
Or any of them. Just one.
Same.
But my landlord is a stick in the mud.
So is mine.
Dad?
Yeah.
Well, you were, like, very seriously considering this one dog.
Yeah, she was really sweet.
Yeah, she was adorable.
But then I got home and I said, all of this would have to go away.
You would definitely have to make the house, like, puppy-proof. Because she was only, like, 3 or 4 months. 4 months?
4 months, yeah.
Yeah. So she'd be getting into everything for sure.
Yeah.
But my sister-in-law's stepfather was also very seriously considering that dog. I gotta check in with him.
I hope he got her.
I hope he's gonna get her. He is, like, gonna be traveling soon, so he didn't want to get her yet. But, like, he's got that page bookmarked.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, so I'm
he
hoping...
went and visited with her, like, 4 times.
Yeah, I really hope he gets her. But...
Yeah.
It was wonderful in that respect, for sure. I love seeing all the pups.
Mm-hmm.
I love being able to support the local shelters, so I hope they raised a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing I'm noticing, because we usually don't do great at, like, shelter events, like anything that has to do with a shelter. I feel like a lot of people, and I would include myself in this, when I would go to something like this as a guest, like, I would want to give a lot of money to the shelter.
Yes.
And maybe not shop as much.
Right.
So I could also see that being a thing, like, more people wanted to just donate to the shelters, which I get, and I respect it.
I would agree with that, but I feel like in general, people just really weren't prepared.
Yeah. This event, it did not have a lot of foot traffic.
No.
I know they're doing, this group is also going to be having a food truck event in June. We have a different event the same day, so we're not doing that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious if that one is going to be bigger, because it's going to be, like, their second thing. I don't know. I just feel like my town is trying to add more events throughout the year, which is
They're
awesome.
trying to be more like the town that your husband came from.
I guess. I don't know.
More friendly, more community-minded.
Well, that's great. I hope it works.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, I hope.
But I feel like your town is, because they do have parades. And
Yeah, they have a lot of
events
stuff going on, but I feel like they're trying to do more like vendor type events.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that these will continue to build.
Right.
Was it great for us this time?
No.
But it also wasn't terrible.
Okay, that being said, when we do small events like this, and we may or may not be the only crochet vendor, we usually do better than the other vendors just because for the fact that we sell basically crack for kids.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of stares and a lot of
You mean like people staring?
yeah, like other vendors, like, wow, they got a lot of traffic at their booth and I'm not doing so great on my booth.
Don't worry, guys. We didn't do great either.
No, but I mean, like, our neighbor was a very,
Oh my god.
very sweet woman.
Our neighbor this time was a delight.
She was an angel.
She makes soap. We didn't get her card. We should have seen if she had
I
a card.
know. She's going to probably be at the other dog shelter event.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully we'll see her there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so nice. It was so nice to chat with her.
It was her daughter's birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Her daughter's birthday was the next day. 4 years old or 3 years old. She bought something. She was the first person who purchased something from us right off the bat. She bought one of our octopi. Octopus. And she was just sweet as can be. And I can tell that she was getting frustrated that, like, she wasn't making the sales that we were making, even though the sales that we were making weren't that great. I think she barely made her booth fee back. And she said, I can't believe I drove like 45 minutes to an hour for this on my daughter's birthday weekend when I could be spending time with her instead of sitting out, you know.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being, like, the mother of a young child, like, trying to do this.
I know.
So
I know. It's
lots
a
of
lot.
respect to all the moms out there doing this.
But it seemed like I really didn't see people walking around with too much stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think people were really shopping much at all. And
I
there
saw
were
a couple birdhouses.
Yeah, those were cool. There were some other crocheters too. I know there was one across from us. I was chatting with her a little bit. So sweet. I was shocked to learn that she was graduating high school in a few weeks.
The one whose display fell over? Yeah, but she really wasn't selling crochet stuff. She had a bunch of crochet hair clips or something.
Yeah, she wasn't selling plushies.
No.
But she had a lot of cool crochet stuff. But she was amazing. She said she's been doing this for, like, I want to say 2 years, and, like, she's going to be leaving for college soon. I think that's just so cool. It's really cool to see younger people, like, I'm some old lady, but younger people doing this.
Well, I mean, you're almost twice their age. Do you realize that?
I know, it's crazy. It is crazy.
You're almost twice their age, lady.
I know. So yeah, that was cool. I think there was another crocheter, but I didn't see what they were selling because the way that this was set up.
It was
Yeah, it was like we were in a parking lot that, like, surrounds a building, so we couldn't see the people on the other side. Right. Yeah, I think most of the dogs were, like, set up on the other side, but they were, like, walking around every once in a while. But what else was I gonna say? Okay, so before we get into what we sold, which we will. Things, like, really started to die down around 3:30, and the event was supposed to go till 5. Like, they
really started dying down at like 2:30.
Yeah, but they were, like, actually doing the, like, raffle drawings and stuff.
Yeah,
at 3:30.
It was, like, dead.
Yeah, and then, like, everybody was starting to pack up, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing?
We always stay till the end.
Yeah,
sometimes a little more than the end.
Do not like to pack up early. So the girl across from us came over, and at this point I want to say it was like 4 something.
Yeah.
So she came over and she was like, are you guys leaving or are you gonna stay? Because, like, we were trying to figure out, like, is it worth it?
Right.
And then as we were chatting, it was getting really windy and looking like it might start storming, which it didn't.
Right.
But it was looking like it could happen. But the wind was just crazy. So some of her stuff unfortunately like blew over, so she was like, all right, I'm going. And I was like, we are too.
Yeah.
So that was when we packed up. I want to say it was around like 4:15 maybe.
4:10.
4:10.
Yeah.
If you want to be specific, I don't know.
I always do.
Okay. But yeah, I mean there was like nobody, like there were some people still in the park like hanging out, but like most, like I would say 80% of the vendors had already left.
Maybe
at that
90.
point. Yeah. So let's talk about what we did. I got the list written up on here. Okay. Why did I write 36? Okay, so our booth fee for this event was only $35, which is like really cheap around here.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, usually the booth fees are minimum like 50.
Yeah, so 30, when you catch a 35,
yeah,
that's nice.
We like free too.
Yeah. So we sold 36 items. So again, I don't want to sound ungrateful in this video because we still had like a good day.
We did, but it's just tough to sit out there.
Of course it is, yeah. But we got to hang out with my niece a lot that day. She kept coming over and chilling, so that was fun to have some quality time with her.
Yeah. And her mom was vending also.
Yeah.
So I'm sure her mom appreciated the break.
Yeah. I'm glad we could kind of just like take her off of her mom's hands for a while. But she's great. She's like, she's actually hilarious. Really helping us out because she was like really into the, any of the plushies that we have that pop.
Yeah.
She loves that. So anytime somebody was coming over, she was like, these pop, and she was like demonstrating it. It was adorable, and also the people were like, oh.
Well, she saw you demonstrate it to that guy who bought the mushroom keychain.
Yeah.
And when she saw that, everybody who came over, she was, you know, when she saw that he bought it right away, when he saw that it popped.
Yeah.
Everybody that came to the booth, whether they were looking at those or not, she went over and was like, excuse me.
She was funny too because towards the end of the day, somebody was like, well, this dog was not up for adoption, but somebody like came to the park with their dog to walk around, and the dog, I don't know if the person realized this or not, but their dog took a dump in front of our tent, like not far from it. And then
that put a cap on the whole day.
Well, and then some other guy like walked through it by accident and like dragged it. And then I didn't even know what happened, and I was like, what is that smell? And my niece was like,
I know that smell.
Yeah, my niece was like, he stepped in the poop. And after that happened, she was like, I'm gonna go back to my mom now. It smells bad. It was hilarious.
Oh my god. Did you tell her mom?
No, I didn't get to talk to her that much after because she was like packing up and leaving, but I have to tell her that story.
Yeah.
When next time I see her. But yeah, it was just classic like 6-year-old stuff. Very fun. Yeah. Okay, so back to the recap.
She likes you a lot, but not as much as she hates poop.
I understand it. I get behind it.
All right.
So booth fee was $35. 36 items sold. Let's go through. So keychains, very popular as always. We sold 8 keychains. Oh. So we sold 1 mushy pop. Mm-hmm. We sold 1 leggy froggy keychain. Yeah. We sold 1 like a mini Mabel chicken keychain. I modify the pattern a little bit to make it smaller.
Right. When you take out a couple of rows or
reflux issues.
Sorry.
It's okay. I use a thinner yarn than I normally would for Mabel, and I just take out a few of the rows as well to make it smaller. But we sold 1 of those. We sold 2 of your rubber ducks. Oh. Rubber duck keychains, which was great.
Yeah.
We
probably sold more of those than we did at the Duck Derby.
We sold them at the Duck Derby too.
Not that many though.
I don't remember off the top of my head. We sold 2 of the Octo keychains. Yes. We sold 1 kitty cat keychain.
Oh, really? Which one?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think it was one from the bottom rack. I don't know which one it was.
Was it a heavy bottom?
Might have been. I don't remember.
That was more of a backpack buddy.
Well, there you go. I don't distinguish between keychain or backpack buddy.
Oh, okay.
All of our keychains / backpack buddies are $10, by the way, if you're curious. We sold Well, actually, this was, okay, so, like, as I told you guys last time, I am such a sucker when my nieces or nephews show up at these things because
You are.
I can't help but, like, give them something. So, especially with my niece, like, coming over, and she was helping us set up this time, and I was like, all right, you've been helping us out, like, pick something out, and we'll give it to you. So, this time, she picked out one of your Little Mermaid pops.
Yeah.
Which was really cute. So we split the difference
did.
on that, and you gave me a little discount to buy it for her. So.
Yes.
So that was very nice.
50% off.
Yes. So normally we sell this for $15, but this time I bought it for $7. Or no, I think I bought it for $8.
Oh.
So she has that. We sold just one mini whale for $5.
Mm-hmm.
We sold your big Paula octopus, the All
Right.
from Jade pattern.
That was our neighbor.
Yes, in hot pink yarn. Very cute.
Pink octo.
Yes, so those we sell for $25. We sold 6, this was a bestseller, as always, 6 of your tiny turtles.
Oh.
$5 tiny turtles, you can't beat that deal.
No, you can't. When people see that for $5, they're just like, I'll
Yeah.
take them all.
I mean, people love turtles.
Yeah.
For good reason, they're great. We love turtles.
We'll never eat them.
No. We sold 3 of the little mallards. We sell those for $10.
The bullet mallards?
Yeah. Very, very simple, very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And we sold 1 squirrel, the Stacy Makes squirrel.
Right.
Just the smaller size. And this was bought by a fellow crocheter.
That lady was so sweet.
So sweet. And she was showing us some really cool stuff that she's working on.
With beads.
Yeah, like sensory
Mm-hmm.
plushies with beads on them, which is awesome.
Right.
Love that. So she actually gave us an extra $5 tip too, which was
Yeah.
so sweet. So
that
the
really was
squirrel,
nice.
the squirrel's $15, and then she gave us a $5 tip, which, oh my god, that's so nice. We sold 1 baby rat for $7. Baby rat. They were getting a lot of attention, but only one sale this time. We sold 2 mini octos for $5 each. We sold 1 small Mabel chicken for $7. We sold a big skunk.
Yeah, skunk.
Okay, the big skunks are like one of my favorite things, and
They almost never sell.
it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. They're one of my faves. That would be
Me
one of the
too.
first things I would gravitate towards if I saw it
Same.
at somebody's booth. But that one, this little boy, he showed up. He's like, I love skunks, and I was glad that we could provide that for him.
Yeah.
So we sold that for $25. I love those too because they have the white faux fur on the tail. It just
Yes.
feels so luxurious. We sold my the Allay Crochet hot dog pup that I made. This is the
Right.
smaller one. I haven't brought the big one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to remake the smaller one. This one we sold for $30.
Right.
And I'm glad that it was going to a good home. A little
It's
girl
a hot
picked it out.
dog.
That's so cute. So I'm gonna have to remake the small one. We sold 1 of the simple yellow chicks for $8.
Mm-hmm.
We sold 1 capybara for $14. We sold your last bullfrog
Right.
for $7. I love those.
Al Capone lip bullfrog.
Hot doggy lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are so adorable. You're
They
gonna have
are.
to make more of those.
I'm going to have to make a lot of those.
Yeah, you've been making those in the blanket yarn. They come out a great size.
They're hefty.
They are hefty. I
Mm-hmm.
just love the look of them with the face and the legs.
They're very easy, too.
Yeah. We sold 2 of the Friendly Red Fox sea turtles
Mm-hmm.
for $15 each. We sold 1 baby hippo for $8. We sold 1 small dog for $10. I want to say it was the beagle.
I think so.
Yeah. It's almost always
Yep.
a beagle or a wiener dog.
Right.
Those are the 2 most popular. And then we sold 1 of your tall mallard ducks, the Madeline Mayco pattern.
Stand-up duck.
Yeah, stand-up duck. Sounds like he's a comedian or something.
Yeah.
And we sold 1, and the tall mallard I believe was $18.
Right.
And we sold the 1 leggy froggy for $7.
Mm-hmm.
So those were all of our sales. So that comes out to a total of 386, which again is not bad.
Compared to everybody else, yeah, it wasn't that bad.
You sound like you failed your test and you're like, but Mom, everyone failed.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, honestly though, like, we still made over 10 times the booth fee.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad day.
I know.
It's not a bad day. I'll take it.
Okay.
We had fun. We were outside. We touched
don't
grass.
have a choice but to take it. So.
I'll take it.
Would you do it again?
I would consider doing it again just because, like, I love doing the animal shelter events.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that this has the potential to grow.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be advertised more, but...
Well, I hope somebody said something to the organizer and she will take the note.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. But, yeah, if you take out the booth fee, our profit was $3.51. So...
I mean, I could think of worse ways to spend a few hours.
That's what I'm saying. We still had a good time.
Yeah.
So the event, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. The event started at 12, and then it was supposed to go till 5, but it didn't.
It was one of our worst events. What was it, number 3 on
I will
the list?
say, yeah, it was like our 3rd lowest earner.
Mm-hmm.
But even like our ones where we made even less than that, I still had a great time.
Yeah.
All of our lowest earners are
animal shelters
events, but like
yeah.
I'm not gonna stop doing them because I love supporting the shelters and seeing the pets, and that's what it is. So yeah, I don't know, would you consider this a flop? I'd say no. It wasn't a huge roaring success, but I wouldn't say it's a flop.
If we were in it just for the money, I would consider it a flop, but we're not.
Yeah,
we're not in it just for the money.
So there you go.
I know that sounds stupid, like business-wise, but that's how we run our business.
Yeah, so that was our market experience for the weekend. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and our next video will be showing off what we've been working on.
Oh, we've got some cute stuff.
I'm excited. We have a lot of fun stuff to share, a lot of new patterns that we've been trying out, and I think it's going to be a good time.
All right.
I'm sure we'll have a yarn haul in there as well, because tomorrow's shopping.
Oh. Well, I know I have to pick up a few things already.
Yeah, I have a few things I'm definitely interested in. But thank you all so much for watching. Let us know if you had a market this past weekend. Let us know what you've been working on.
Let us know if it was a flop.
Yeah, let us know if you would consider that a flop or not.
Yeah.
And tell us about some of your market flops in the comments.
Yeah.
We'd love to read them. And
or some of your successes.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about. We love to read it. So
yes, we read every comment.
Yes, and we're working on responding to
well, you are.
the comments. So thank you all so much. We will see you soon, and until next time,
much love. Bye.